What's up? It's your boy Santino here at Crypto Kid Podcast, the one and only host for now. And let's get it going. Shall we? Shall we? So I seen Vechain come up in the news past couple days. They're donating coronavirus NK95 mask. So they're authentic, and if you guys don't know, or girls, Vechain also has, like, I believe, partnerships with Louis Vuitton, and I've talked about Vechain in my past episodes, so make sure you check out that in my archives. Oh, by the way, I have some really good news. My numbers are going up, especially in my archives. I'm quite impressed. My first episode, I remember I couldn't even get one view. Now my very first episode ever of podcasting has like 45 last time I checked. So that's pretty cool. People have been checking out my backlog of content, and it's just growing. Like, here, off topic with Vechain real quick. Like, I was looking at motivational speeches by Nipsey Hussle and interviews, and just learning as much as I can from this man, because he was an entrepreneur and he was actually really intelligent. Probably a little bit ahead of his time. He invested 10% into Follow Coin, and I've talked about that before in my past episodes, so make sure you check that out too. And so just reiterating how, like, pop culture getting involved with cryptocurrency and realizing how it's the way of the world, and how 10 years from now, like literally 10 years from now, we might be in a whole different category of the way we deal with money and financial assets. So it's going to be up to the youth, especially preteens and teenagers now. I recommend, if you're listening, to start learning how money works, especially 10 years down the road, and what's going to be the future, because it's going to be on you. You're going to lead the way for the next generation, the next wave of technology. So it's going to be kind of cool seeing that 10, 20 years later down the road, and people saying that, Santino Peralta has influenced them when they were in their early stages, and just like learning off adults. Like, he gave me advice how to learn off adults, and to start looking at careers while I'm in middle school and high school, and start taking it serious while you have the most free time of your life, where you could just focus and find what you love to do while you're super young. And that's the most special part of it, because it's a lot harder. I'm telling you, listen here, it's a lot harder when you're an adult and you're trying to find your passion, what you love to do, because you have a lot more obligations to do, a lot more responsibilities, like job, if you're not prepared to run the household, all things take in factor. So, like, while you don't have that much responsibility now, just do as much research as you can and get yourself ready for adulthood. That's just my piece of advice, and I think that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is going to help lead the way in that too, and really help inspire young entrepreneurs at such a young age, and that's very important. And taking action too, just like doing whatever you can, and just building bricks, like building a brick wall, and one brick at a day, or one brick at a time. And just like when you look back at it, you can see this huge wall that you built, and that's also came from Nipsey Hussle. So the fruits of your labor will show later on in the future, later on down the road. And that's what I've came to realize. As much as I'm working hard right now, I know that it's going to really prosper later down the road. Like, I consider it longevity, and what I'm doing as much as I can to create as powerful as an impact to the world. So Vechain is also taking that initiative and taking in consideration on what we need to do to help prevent coronavirus to spread. What precautions can we take? Like, I understand it could be transformed through touching your eyes, your mouth, don't touch your face, and whatever. So like I've seen pictures on Instagram and Google about doctors wearing protection goggles and protection mask and all that. So it gets really insane. And then I saw this other picture of a doctor in Pakistan who had no PPEs and just doing whatever he can, knowing the risk, and he ended up dying. And that's just like the most saddest thing. So yeah, world. But things like that make a difference, and it just opens people's eyes and makes them learn not to take every day for granted, and do as much as you can while you're still living. So I think that's going to be it. If you like this episode, please share this on your social media. I'm going to leave some links down in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and my other social media platforms. I talk about crypto all the time, so you'll be able to see if you want to know more content about cryptocurrency, it would be good to check out those other platforms too, to always be up to date. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great day or night, wherever you're listening to from, wherever.